Hello, good afternoon. My name is Radek Krakoszyński. I'm a senior trainer at Worldwide School, and I have a tremendous pleasure of conducting today's webinar for you. Welcome, everyone. First of all, let me just ask you a very simple question. Can you hear me? Because that's quite important to know if I'm being heard. Yes. Okay. Thank you for your answers. That's good to know that you can hear me. So it means that, well, it all makes sense. As you know, today we are going to discuss some vocabulary, some words that either appeared in English dictionaries this year or appeared slightly before, but definitely like gaining popularity, and the words or expressions are being used more and more. Some of them are, well, kind of like teenage slang. Some of them are more official. But definitely these are some words we should be on the lookout for this year. So let's have a look at some of them. I'm pretty sure you know these words, not all, I hope. So some of them will be just like a revision, but let's have a look at some selection from different sources of some latest or like popular words that will definitely be used around the world in English this year and probably in next year's as well. Okay, the order is kind of random. It's not alphabetical. First word, kind of, well, nothing new, like freegan, but this is well, a movement, gaining more and more followers. I'm pretty sure you know who a freegan is. Maybe there are some freegans among us. So basically, yeah, freegans are people who try to buy as little as as possible. Um, Typically like food, or yeah, they are into recycling pretty much. People who are environmentally conscious, trying to be environmentally friendly, and yeah, do everything to reduce waste. And they definitely don't go shopping and don't enjoy spending money on things they don't need. For example, yeah, he became a freegan 5 years ago and hasn't bought food ever since. Wow, yeah. As you know, lots of food is being wasted every day, so it's enough to to go to some supermarket and get some good stuff for free. So that's what freegans are doing, and there's more and more of them, I guess. Another one, well, some funny adjective used by younger generations. HELLacious. Well, we all know what hell is, but what do you think? What is the meaning of this word, HELLacious? Any ideas you can type your answers in the chat if you feel like answering, or if you have some nice ideas about meanings of some of these words, just let me know. But yeah, the word hellacious basically is a very strong adjective, which means well, astonishing, remarkable, or something very difficult. For example, oh, he got a hellacious amount of hate from his last post. Yeah, that happens when you're active on social media. Or they got a hellacious time trying to leave the country in one piece. Oh yeah, very up-to-date sentence. Okay, so that's the word hellacious. So astonishing, remarkable, or something very difficult. Another one, cringe. Well, I guess this is a very popular word. Again, mostly used by young people, but not only. And a cringe is like sometimes used as a verb, yeah, which means to feel embarrassed or ashamed about what someone is doing or saying. Sometimes people cringe at themselves, but usually it's more popular to cringe at other people, what other people are doing. And well, there was an adjective cringy, but nowadays, like most people use cringe even as an adjective instead of the word cringy. Some examples how we can use this word, like his mom was dancing with his best friend and he couldn't help but cringe. You're like, oh my god, what is she doing? I cringe every time I read her lovey-dovey comments, or that outfit is so cringe. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, this word is very popular nowadays. Okay, sober curious. That's, yeah, interesting, or curious. Yeah, if someone is sober curious, Well, this is just to describe a person who basically is slightly worried about their drinking habits, yeah, and they try to change them because of health reasons or mental health reasons. After the pandemic or during the pandemic, yeah. Well, some people started to drink more than usual. So yeah, this word is used in very specific contexts related to drinking habits and alcoholism. So hopefully this is not the word for you. Some example could be like, he's sober curious and wants to try to not drink for 1 week. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, so that's sober curious. As somebody who's trying to change his alcohol drinking habits or just cut down on alcohol. Okay, next one. A beardo. Well, who is a beardo? Seems pretty obvious, but yeah, a beardo is of course somebody with a beard. However, this word beardo rhymes with weirdo. Yeah, weirdo, like somebody who is strange. Yeah, or eccentric. Yeah, beardo, well, can have some negative pejorative meaning, especially if you put together like weirdo beardo. Yeah, it means like some strange guy with a beard. Sometimes it can mean that they have some hygiene problems. Yeah, so or a person who is like socially odd or awkward. Yeah. So that's a beard. So calling somebody a beardo, yeah, might be not so nice sometimes. For example, that weirdo beardo really needs a haircut. Yeah. So I should go to the barber, I guess. Okay, so that's beardo for you. Something connected with cooking, but this word started appearing ever. Sriracha. Yes, so as you probably know, this is yeah, a Thai inspired sauce, which is a blend of some hot chili peppers, spices, garlic. Yeah, used commonly in cooking or as a dipping sauce. Any fans of Sriracha here? Maybe, yeah. So Sriracha really adds a kick to your hamburger, but be sure you have a glass of water nearby. Yeah, sometimes it can be really, really spicy. A ghost, but well, easy word, but not in the meaning like some ghost of a dead person who haunts your house or trying to scare you. Ghost used as a verb. Well. It has the meaning of to disappear. Yeah. So basically, if somebody ghosts you or somebody, simply it means that they cut off contact completely with this person. Yeah. Usually, it's used to talk about a contact with some romantic partner, like somebody stops answering phones or replying to text messages. This is a typical example of ghosting. Very often used in the past tense, in the regular form, ghosted. Yeah, you have been ghosted. So yeah, if somebody just doesn't get back to you, does not answering your phone calls or replying to your text messages, it simply means you've been ghosted. Somebody disappeared. For example, I haven't heard from her in more than a week. She totally ghosted me. Yeah? So that's a typical example of how to use this word. Typically in the past tense, right? Another one, it's like evu. This one is actually quite funny. Also related to cooking. Basically, it's just like an acronym of extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, so something that probably is in our kitchen, like present all the time. So this typical high quality oil, typical for Mediterranean or Italian cuisine, but also present in our homes, I guess. So instead of saying extra virgin olive oil, which is kind of like a long name, you can just say evu, like. Remember to grab a bottle of evu on your way home. I'm making pasta tonight. Yeah, so remember this acronym, very important in the kitchen for extra virgin olive oil. Okay, Manspread, like from the kitchen to public transport, for example. Like, have you ever heard the word Manspread? What might be the meanings of these words? Any ideas? Yeah, if you have any ideas, just type them in the chat, and we'll see what your ideas are. Okay. All right. Yeah. So where did you see this? Probably, I don't know, public transport or some public place, right? But yeah, it's very typical, unfortunately, and not so difficult to encounter. People manspreading, and the meaning of this word, yeah, is usually when you see a man sitting with their legs really wide apart in some public places, public transport, or a bench in a park. Yeah, they take up like more than one seat. Yeah, and there's no space for anyone else who would like to maybe sit next to this person. Yeah, yeah, we can observe it on public transportations, trains, buses, or some public waiting areas. So it's simply, yeah, man plus spreading. Yeah, so a man just taking up two seats because, oh, why not? For example, yeah, wouldn't it be nice if people would be more considerate about men spreading during busy times of the day? Well, it would be nice, but yeah, that's just theory. Okay, so that's the word manspread for you. Facepalm. Well, I guess nothing new or tricky here, but but this word is still very popular, especially among YouTubers, young people. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's of course a combination of face and palm. So yeah, it's just covering your face with your hand when you feel uncomfortable or you're in some embarrassing or difficult situation, frustrated or disappointed. He had to facepalm when his boss pointed out typos in his report after he checked it 3 times. Yeah, after checking 3 times, there should be no more typos. Yeah, so that's a good reason to facepalm. Okay, Froyo. Back to food and eating. Froyo is actually, yeah, summer is here, so something very delicious, I guess. Frozen yogurt, simply, abbreviated as Froyo. So we like cold desserts, probably healthier than ice cream, like less fat. So that's a Froyo. Instead of saying frozen yogurt, oh, can I have some Froyo, please? Which stands for frozen yogurt. For example, on a hot day, you can call me up for a Froyo anytime. Oh, nice. Why not? Okay, then Fitspiration. So again, as you can see, it's a like blend of two words. Fit and inspiration, and that's what it actually is. So basically, it refers to people or pictures posted on social media well, whose purpose is to inspire us to keep pushing ourselves, and staying committed to our fitness goals. Yeah, so if you need some visual inspiration for staying fit, that's called Fitspiration. Yeah. For example, I was pretty impressed that my coworker had stuck a picture of Chris Hemsworth on his office wall for Fitspiration. Yeah? I don't know if it's good Fitspiration, but yeah, why not? If looking at somebody else's muscles inspires you to stay fit, then why not? So that's Fitspiration for you. Side eye. Oh, that's a very nice verb actually. If you side eye somebody, well, just give someone a disapproving look, kind of like sideways look, or a glance of your eyes. Yeah. So if you give someone a side eye, basically we do it to show that we are kind of angry or annoyed, or that we do not approve of what they are doing, or we do not approve of their behavior. Yeah. So instead of saying something, some people just prefer to give someone a side eye, just to express their lack of approval for somebody's actions, right? For example, I had a good reason to give him the side eye. He just kept yawning in front of me with his mouth open. Well, that's very rude. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, teachers are really good at giving their students the side eye in some situations. Okay, fast fashion. Yeah, that's something going on for a few years, and fast fashion is basically the concept of some big name designers or manufacturers, well-known companies, introducing some latest fashion trends to their shops or stores at affordable prices. Yeah, so it's not like haute couture, but just fashion for everyone, and it's fast and fashionable. For example, yeah, it seems she's on a tight budget and can afford anything but fast fashion. Yeah, so yeah, latest fashion for people on a budget. That's that. Metaverse. Yeah, like since like Facebook changed its name to Meta, this word has come back to life. Although it's not a new one, in fact. So yeah, first of all, of course, as you know, Metaverse is some virtual reality space where people can interact with some computer-generated environment and other users. Yeah, so in the current year, yeah, this word has been all over, thanks to Mark Zuckerberg and his great plans for the future. But actually, this term has been coined, well, was coined in 1992, so some time ago, by some yeah, a writer in a science fiction novel, referring to some aspects of combining social media, gaming, augmented reality, which is AR, and virtual reality, cryptocurrencies, and stuff like that. So that's the future, I guess. Yeah. So maybe not for us, but for our children, definitely. Metaverse. I spent a few hours hanging out with friends in the Metaverse on Sunday. Well, I think it's healthier to go to the park anyways. Okay, Finfluencer. Okay, we know who are influencers, yeah. But what about Finfluencers? Again, this is kind of like a blend of two words. One is obvious, it's influencer, but what about this F? Any ideas? What this F might actually stand for? Who is a Finfluencer? Because yeah, we know about influencers, people who basically post stuff on social media trying to influence others. But a finfluencer is actually an influencer who focuses on money-related topics. Yeah, so like financial influencer, kind of. Yeah, people talking about money on social media, giving advice on investing, or about like debt management, or some guidance how to make money using social networks. So yeah, they're like full of useful tips that are supposed to make you rich or richer. Yeah, so finfluencers, that's their job. For example, a finfluencer helped me find out which are the best businesses to invest in this year. Well, congratulations then. Okay, so that's a finfluencer. Techlash, also kind of related to internet technology. Any ideas? What is a techlash? Probably you're familiar with the word backlash. Yeah? So Techlash is kind of similar to backlash. Yeah, so it's not a really good thing. It's simply a strong negative reaction, or yeah, a backlash, which is one word for a strong negative reaction to some big technology companies, or products they release, or their employees. So if Twitter makes some controversial decision, then there might be some techlash if users, end users, are not happy about the company policy or about some device or hardware they have released. Then this is a techlash. So strong negative reaction towards technology aspects of some businesses. For example, Facebook has experienced many techlashes over the years for a range of issues. Yep, true. So that's a techlash. Okay, manhug. Well, nothing tricky about this phrase. A manhug is a manhug. Yeah. So basically, Yeah, apart from side hugs, bear hugs, there are also man hugs. So what a man hug is basically a friendly embrace between two men, accompanied by a handshake, a clap on the back, etc. Yeah. So if you are close to someone, two men are friends or brothers or whatever, they can give each other a man hug, right? I always give my buddy a man hug before he leaves. Yeah, why not? Just to show. Yeah, it's good to show some feelings sometimes, I guess, even between men. So Zoom, yeah, but you know what Zoom is, of course. But this word has also become a verb, simply, not only a noun, one of the most popular internet communicators, but very often it is used as a verb in English, which simply means, yeah, to communicate with somebody over the internet, yeah, doing some video chats using the Zoom application. So Zooming with my coworkers is so frustrating. Well, sometimes it can be true. Yeah, so remember, you can use Zoom not only as a noun but also as a verb, to Zoom with your coworkers. Okay, and then we have Oblivion there. Well, the again, kind of like a blend of two words, Oblivion and billionaire or millionaire, but definitely somebody who is very rich. Yeah, so Oblivionaire is simply a billionaire who chooses to be blind to the disparity and inequality that his money, his wealth, or her wealth, yeah, is creating. Yeah, so I'm rich and I don't care about the rest of the world because I'm good. Yeah, so oblivion, is the state of unconsciousness. Yeah, like you don't really think about anyone else but yourself. Yes, of course, not all billionaires are oblivionaires. Yeah, there are lots of rich guys who donate to charity or have some foundations, but we also have some oblivionaires. For example, Gen Z's fear over the so-called oblivionaires ignoring global crises and blowing up on social media in a campaign being noticed by many global and political figures. So yeah, so some young people would like to, would like billionaires to be, well, not to be oblivionaires, but just to use their money to do some good in the world. Like hopefully they will. So that's an oblivionaire. Yeah, a very rich person who doesn't really care about the consequences his money, his wealth might create for others. Okay, heart down. Well, if you look at these two words, heart and down, I guess it's very easy to figure out the meaning of this word. A heart down is simply a period when you feel hurt or betrayed, or basically your heart is recovering and you don't feel like letting anyone get close to you. You're reluctant to let anyone near you. So yeah, that's a hard on, like the state, how you feel after some being hurt or betrayed, usually connected with some romantic issues, right? More and more people go into hard down after parting with a loved one. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of natural. So yeah, so this period is called a hard down. Mondays. Have you seen this word? 'Cause, I think it's one of my favorites here on the list. It's pretty. Somebody's typing something, so let's see what you have to say about the word Mondays or about anything else. Yeah, the beginning of the word mon part is connected with Monday. Yeah, so basically to monetize means like to monetize. Yeah. Well, monetize slightly different, but yeah, to monetize is like to take away the fun, after the weekend, or just give a task after a break, like that's what Monday does to all of us. Yeah, weekend is over, it's Monday, and it's like freedom is over. Yeah, we need to go back to our daily duties, our weekly duties. Yeah, so yeah, perfect word to describe. Yeah, yeah, Mondays and what they do to us, right? The teacher Mondaysed his student by giving homework through online platforms just after the first week of summer break. Yeah, so the world can get you down sometimes. Yeah, so that's to Mondays. Well, hopefully, yeah. Well, for kids, it's good period because holidays start next Monday, I guess. Yeah, so they will not be Mondaysed for like 2 months, but with us, it's a different story, I guess. Yeah, so that's a little, well, nice little one. Okay, Nemonti. So, whoa, that's looks a bit strange, but what Nemonti is basically like the feeling of knowing at a particular moment that something that you're witnessing or experiencing will be remembered forever. Yeah, will stay with you forever. So it must be some strong feeling or something really good that you will never forget, or hopefully nothing bad. Yeah. For example, as I was standing on the dock looking out at the lake for the last time, a feeling of Nemonti washed over me like a soothing breeze. Very poetic sentence. Yeah. So this view of the lake will stay with this person forever. Yeah. So that's a Nemonti memory that will stay with you forever till the end of times. Yeah. The next one, Trendazones. So again, like a clear combination of two words, like trend and renaissance. And that's what it is exactly, and nothing tricky here. The rebirth or renaissance of a cultural trend or meme after a period of being unpopular or staying dormancy. Well, dormancy just means like staying asleep, being asleep. The adjective is dormant. Yeah, so if something is not like its peak popularity, then it's dormant. Yeah, so if a trend is coming back, then that's a Trendazone, so very nice word. For example, yeah, the grunge aesthetic is enjoying a Trendazone on social media right now. Yeah, so if there is a trend that is coming back, that is being reborn, is regaining popularity, we can use the word Trendazone to describe something like that. COVID loop, yeah, there had to be some word connected with COVID on the on the list. Although well, the pandemic is officially over for now until autumn, I guess. But anyways, COVID loop, I guess nothing tricky here. Basically, it's an act of like involuntarily staying home or isolating for long periods of time while continuing your normal daily activities. Yeah, so that's what happened to lots of us, I guess. Like kind of a COVID loop, staying at home, working from home, doing everything from home. And yeah, it's sometimes difficult to break out from this, but hopefully, we will this holiday. So yeah, man, I haven't been sick for like a week, but I'm in a COVID loop, and I swear I have to get out. Well, yeah, that's the best thing, to get out of the COVID loop. However, that's not always easy. Not for everyone, at least. Okay, so that's this one. Davey. That's a nice little word. Just to say something short. Like, any ideas about Davey? What's the meaning of that? Because not so clear just by looking at the word. But so basically, it's just a shorter version of the day before yesterday. Davey. So you can say something like, the Super Bowl was Davey, and people are still talking about the advertisements. Yeah, people are always talking about the advertisements or the performance, like during the break, during Super Bowl. Yeah, so Davey, the day before. So very nice little compound word. Yeah. Eustricity. Wow. It's not electricity or anything like that, but this is another tricky one. It's simply a euphoric feeling of passion and serotonin, which might occur while listening to some music that gives you tremendous pleasure, gives you goosebumps, it's kind of like similar to like electricity going through your body, so whatever gives you pleasure, and when you feel euphoric because you have some very positive stimuli coming from the outside, this is eustricity. For example, I get such electricity listening to guitar solos that I just want to run up to the rooftop and dance and sing my heart out. Yeah, so that example describes the word electricity perfectly. Yeah, but running up to the roof, okay, why not? Right, Fourstar. Well, four is obviously a French word which means false. Yeah. So what a Fourstar is basically means to like put yourself in some imagined scenario, yeah, as a character of a movie, from a show, from a book, or maybe a rock band even, yeah. So basically, you just daydream about yourself being this character, yeah. So yeah, full pace, yeah, that's right. So that's what to Fourstar is like. My sister Marie often pauses shows to imagine the smarter decisions she would make as the main character. A common way to Fourstar. Yeah? We imagine we are somebody, yeah, in a story, movie, or book, or whatever, or a game show. So that's the Fourstar. Okay, then we have Fic. That's a very nice one, very short one. Also one of my favorites here. And what it means is simply to fake being sick out of a strong desire to stay home. Well, probably pretty difficult for adults, yeah, to do it. Well, anyways, if you work from home, then you don't have to fake. You don't have to fake being sick not to go to work. Yeah? But I guess children usually do it when they don't feel like going to school, I guess, yeah. So fake and sick, abbreviated into like fic. For example, since Tommy stayed up all last night watching the game, he decided to fic the next morning because the thought of school was unbearable. Yeah, like the thought of school on Monday morning might be unbearable. You can Mondays yourself, yeah. So that's to fake being sick. Very useful one, I guess. In Flobia, this is very up-to-date word, a current word. Okay, so what is it like? Combination of what two words have been combined here? What is this compound? Inflobia. Well, it's some kind of phobia, yeah. But what do you think when you when you look at the prices and the value of money nowadays? Yeah, this is like fear of price inflation. I guess it can be felt by many people nowadays, and in many countries around the world. Inflation is going sky high. So yeah, that's inflobia for you, fear of price inflation. More people are getting inflobia as prices go up. Yeah, let's skip this one because it's not very positive, but yeah, that's what many people feel nowadays. Inflobia. Non-exit word. This one looks a bit complicated, but in fact, it's not very complicated. Non-exit words simply are words left unsaid. Yeah, these are thoughts that exist in our minds, but we never put them into words. We never say them out loud. Yeah, we keep them for ourselves. So it might be like losing a chance to express your thoughts. But yeah, anything left unsaid is like non-exit word. For example, even long after their conversation, she still dwelled on the non-exit word, wishing she had the courage to voice her opinion and wondering what would have happened if she had. Well, keep on wondering that. Yeah, I agree that sometimes it's better not to say anything, but yeah, if something is left unsaid, that's non-exit word. Okay. Nocipate. Another, well, it looks like a Latin word, yeah, kind of. To nocipate. Yeah, so it's like a combination of anticipate and nostalgia. Yeah, it's like to anticipate nostalgia, like to expect nostalgia, right? So you feel kind of nostalgic because you know, something hasn't passed yet, something is not over yet, but we kind of expect, we anticipate that when it is over, we will feel nostalgia. Yeah, so that's to nocipate, to anticipate nostalgia when something finally comes to an end. I guess this will happen to children at the end of summer holidays. Yeah, they kind of like They will anticipate nostalgia of holidays and some nice things. For example, my basketball season is quickly coming to an end, so I am currently nocipating about it. Yeah, so that's a nice verb, to anticipate nostalgia, to expect feeling nostalgic. Okay, Thailand. Any ideas about this one? Just by looking at it. Well, if you change T into S, then we have something like silent, and yeah, and it's connected to this because you're so tired that you are silent. Yeah, so we have the word Thailand. So basically, you're being quiet not because you're rude, but because you're exhausted, you're worn out, you're like at the end of a hard day, right? For example, because I stayed up all night studying, I was Thailand this morning and didn't acknowledge my parents. Yes, so someone is so tired they even didn't say hello in the morning to their parents. Yes, so Thailand. So tired that you stay quiet, you stay totally silent, right? Condoms. Okay. So again, a nice combination of two words. Like this is a trend that basically gains popularity in North America, in some states, in the USA, and also in Canada. So this is, of course, a combination of the words cannabis and mom, right? So the typical stereotype of a person who uses cannabis, usually like a young teenager or just some single person who is not involved in any family matters. But actually, there are other people who adapted this as their regular habit. Like as I said, in North America, more and more mothers are taking like microdoses of cannabis, soft drug, just to help them relax and to help themselves like ease their mental load. Yeah, so this is like in vogue in fashion, yeah, in North America particularly, especially in the states in the US where cannabis has been legalized, and some places in Canada as well. So this is like a growing trend, and there are many people who openly admit that, yeah, I'm a mother and I use cannabis just to help you relax. Yeah, what's wrong with that? And example, like she says she combines cannabis and parenting her 3 children the same way people do wine. Yeah, so maybe, who knows, maybe it's a bit healthier than drinking too much wine. But yeah, but this is definitely a trend that is growing in popularity, to be a canna mum. Okay, deconsumerism. Something clear and self-explanatory, I guess. Like, yeah, simple principle of like, thinking about not to consume too much. Yeah, if you focus more on your needs, putting quality over quantity. Yeah, so like trying not to buy too much stuff, especially stuff you do not need. Yeah, so an example can be like, yeah, choosing to give fewer gifts at Christmas, or to buy second-hand things. Yeah, like more and more people are, well, that their awareness is growing, and they follow this kind of like deconsumerism trend. So yeah, it's a phenomenon being observed in many forms in every rich society today. Yeah, I guess first you have to be rich and consume a lot to actually yeah, apply some deconsumerism. And another one is kind of connected to the previous one, like frugalism. Well, if you're frugal, you try not to spend too much, yeah. And what frugalism is a kind of like lifestyle of saving money, because you intend to work less and enjoy your life more. Of course, it started in the US, and we can abbreviate it to like a slogan: financial independence, retire early, FIRE. Right? So yeah, people try to work less, even if it means like earning less sometimes. but they they want to retire as early as possible, of course, if their finances permit that, right? For example, frugalism is about working less to live a better life at your own pace, even if the result is you earn less. So very brave, considering the prices of things nowadays. NFT. Well, more and more people talking about NFT. This simply means non-fungible tokens. So basically, these are digital objects with some authenticity certificates that can be verified by blockchain technology. But putting this technical aspect aside, basically, if you buy an NFT of something, you become the official owner of some digital content, like tweet, memes, GIFs, or even some work of art which has been digitized, yeah, and put up for sale. And then you can brag about it on social networks, that you own something like that. So NFTs are certificates of ownership of a unique digital item, such as a video recording or cyber artwork. It's very popular to save money. Yeah, absolutely. We need to try to save as much as possible nowadays, I guess. True. Yeah. Well, you can invest in NFT because if you buy something, it might grow in value. Yeah. So for some people, it's a good form of investment and actually putting money into something. Yeah? So why not NFT? Plastic crust. So of course, two words: plastic and crust. Yeah. So this term refers to a new type of plastic pollution, which you can see at the seaside or at the ocean side. Basically, you can see some strange blue tint on the rocks, on the seashore, on the coastline, because of some small fragments of plastic that basically is released by the oceans. So there's so much plastic already floating in the oceans that it leaves like a thin layer on the beach, on the rocks. Yeah, scientists have been examining it for a few years, and yeah, this is the plastic crust. For example, the team initially monitors the shoreline of Madeira 3 years prior to the study, where they discovered the first patch of plastic crust. Yeah, so supposedly it was first discovered and named in Madeira. Okay, slow working. Well, this one is kind of obvious, but it's another trend. Yeah, basically, yeah, working more to earn more. Yeah, this used to be like a common approach, but now the trend is kind of reversing. Yeah, like maybe working less can allow us to be more efficient, like maybe a 4-day work week. Why not? So this is the ideology of slow working, and like no pressure, no deadlines, like no urgent project. It's about taking your time. I mean, it's difficult to take your time nowadays, I guess. Life is a bit fast, but why not? Then Web 3 or 3.0. Yeah, it's like the third version of the web already. So basically, yeah, it's just a term probably used by technophiles who cannot stop talking about it. But when you think about all the cryptocurrencies, blockchains, there's an idea that internet could be decentralized. So some platforms, applications built on Web 3.0 will not be owned by one big company or by some central player, but simply to belong to the users themselves. So an attempt to make internet more democratic, if it's possible. We'll see. For example, Web 3.0 could be seen as the answer to abuses of power in our current digital world. The decentralization of information data is at the heart of this new vision of the internet. Well, good luck with that. We'll see if something like that can happen. Okay, and to finish this, we have the word woke, which basically comes from the verb wake, yeah, and there's even like a noun, wokeness. Basically, it refers to the awakening of consciousness. around some social issues, yeah, like feminism or anti-racism or decolonialism. It's become like very popular with the movement Black Lives Matter in the States. Yeah, some people are skeptical, some people follow this kind of new consciousness. But let's look at some examples. In light of incidents of police brutality, it's important to stay woke. Yeah, so aware or conscious of what's going on. Or he took one African American history class and now he thinks he's woke. One class, maybe not enough, but yeah. So to stay like socially aware or to stay like socially conscious, some social tensions and different things working between different classes in society, yeah, to be woke and the wokeness. Kind of a strange one, but yeah. Yep, that was the last one for today. Thank you very much for attending. I hope that some of these words, well, seemed interesting. As I said, probably you've seen some of them already, or maybe even used them. So once again, thank you for attending our today's webinar. Happy holidays, stay safe, enjoy the summer, and yeah, hope to see you around in the future. So thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. Thanks.